Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's get started with some chair yoga. First, let's just take a moment to wiggle out our toes, spread them wide. If you'd like, grab a pillow, maybe place it behind your back so you're sitting comfortably in your chair and sitting up nice and tall, right? So as you sit back deep in your chair and press your back against the chair back, we're going to sit up nice and tall and just loop our shoulders a couple times back and down. And just get them opened up a little bit. And if you're like me, you hear all these snap, crackles, and pops. All right, and as you wiggle out your toes, maybe lift your heels, drop your heels, and lift your toes up. Just alternate between those two things. Today we're going to need some weights. We're going to need a strap or an old belt or even a dish towel, right? If that's all you have, just grab a dish towel. And let's see. Oh, have a block handy as well. And if you don't have a block, grab a box of tissues. All right? So as you sit back nice and deep in your chair and sit up tall, maybe you want to place a pillow underneath your feet for the moment. And as we sit up tall, let's just take a beautiful inhale through the nose and this big exhale through the mouth. And do that a couple more times. Inhaling through the nose and a big exhale through the mouth. And one more. Good. Drop your chin towards your chest and then walk your gaze to the ceiling, lifting the chin. Let's do that 2 more times. Dropping the chin and then lifting it towards the ceiling. Great job. Good. Let's come back to center. Turn the head to the right. Center, turn the head to the left. Center, turn the head to the right. Center, turn the head to the left. One more time. Good. Come back to center. Think of your head sitting on that spring, and it's a gentle wobble of the head. So nice to see the sun shining today. I hope as you're watching this, the sun is shining outside your window too. All right, so as we anchor down into those sit bones, let's take another beautiful breath in through the nose and another big sigh out the mouth. And again. Good. This time exhaling through the nose. So inhaling through the nose, big sigh out the nose. So the same pressure that you would use with a sigh, exhaling through the nose, and hopefully you feel that warming sensation in the back of your throat. You can hear it in your inner ear. And you start to feel your core having to turn on. To push that air out of your body. Good. Just let the muscles in your face, your jaw relax. The space between your eyebrows. Great job. All right, so left hand's going to grab the chair. Right arm is going to reach straight line up. We're going to frame that right ear. Little hinge to the left. Let's hold here for a moment and breathe. Good. Let that right hand sweep across the sky. Give that right shoulder a nice shrug. Right hand's going to grab the chair. Left arm is going to frame the ear. Little hinge to the right. Breathing into that left side body, letting it open up. Good. Left arm sweeps across the sky and give that left shoulder a good shrug. All right. Dropping the chin towards the chest, walking the gaze to the ceiling. Let's do that again. And last time. Coming back to center, turning the head to the right. Center to the left. 2 more times. Right and left. Right and left. Good. Left hand grabs the chair, right arm reaches up. Framing that left ear, we're going to hinge to the left. Framing your right ear, hinging to the left. We're going to bend that right elbow and just rotate that heart open. A nice 90-degree bend in that right elbow. Good. Sweep that right arm across the sky. Give that right shoulder a nice shrug. Right arm grabs the chair, left arm reaches up. We're going to frame our left ear, hinge to the right, press down through your feet. Good. Bend that left elbow, rotate that heart to the ceiling. Good. Nice 90-degree bend in that left elbow. Hopefully you feel that stretch across that left armpit. Good. And sweep that left arm across the sky. Give that left shoulder a nice shrug. All right, hands to the front edge of your seat. Slide yourselves forward. All right, we're going to extend that right leg. Just flex that right heel. Wiggle out your toes. All right, and hopefully you can feel some space between those digits. Hands interlace on that left knee as we sit up tall. Let's take a beautiful breath. Exhale, hinge forward. And a nice big stretch up the back side of that right leg. Letting go, releasing the tension in that right kneecap. Beautiful breath here. Gently pulling back that right pinky toe. Hopefully you can feel that stretch even through the underside of that right foot. Good. Let's point that right toe down. Get a stretch through the face of the foot. All right, reflex. Wiggle out your toes. Sit up tall. Slide your right leg in. Slide your left leg out. Wiggle out those toes. Good. Hands rest on that right knee as we sit up tall and hinge forward, flat back. And a beautiful breath here. Good. Keep breathing. Right, try to soften that left kneecap and point that left toe down. Good. One more breath. And sitting up tall, sliding that left leg in, gently lift the heels, drop the heels, lift the toes. And just alternate between those two things. Right, now we're going to start to roll those ankles. So we're going to toe heel those feet out and toe heel the feet back in. Toe heel the feet out. Toe heel the feet back in. Let's do that one more time. Great job. All right, and why don't we start just with the arms today? We'll go right into it, right? First, let's warm up those shoulders a little bit. So hands on top of those shoulder heads. Let's loop those elbows. And go in the opposite direction. Great job. Bring those hands into cactus elbows. Squeeze those elbows together. Open back up. Right? So you feel those shoulder blades squeeze as we open up. Right? Shoulder blades squeeze. As we close those elbows, we feel those shoulder blades broaden. Two more. Excellent. Just lift those arms overhead, right? Framing our ears. We're going to bend those elbows, bring our hands towards the nape of the neck, and just squeeze the elbows in towards our ears. And hopefully you start to feel a little stretch here in those triceps. Beautiful breath. Good. And let's just release and loop those shoulders. So I don't know about you, but my neck is a little tight today, so we'll do some more stretching on that neck as well, right? So just kind of maybe opening that up a little bit more. So let's grab those weights. We'll do our first set. Here, as we loop those shoulders back and down, we're going to do some bicep curls. The feet are going to be firmly planted into the floor, right? As you sit up tall, you feel those shoulder blades engage on that back side. All right, so here we go. Bicep curls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. All right, if you'd like, you can crisscross those weights, right? Make an X. Wrap your hands around those weights so they're nice and secure. If you want to just do one weight, or if you just have soup cans, right, you just probably want to do one soup can. I don't think you're going to be able to wrap your hands around 2 soup cans. You have really big hands. All right, so we're going to bring those weights right to that heart center, and then we're going to press them up overhead, right? We're going to keep those elbows tucked into our ears, right? And then we're going to bend those elbows so those weights come towards the nape of the neck, right? Keeping those elbows drawn in nice and tight, securing your head with your elbows. We're going to press straight up, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're smiling. 6, 7, and 8. Good. And bring those weights right back down to your heart center. Release the cross if you have it. Maybe grab your second weight again, and then just loop your shoulders back and down. All right? Good job. Now we're going to bring those weights halfway up. So there's a 90-degree bend in those elbows. We're going to squeeze out and squeeze in, working in those rotator cuffs. All right, so here we go for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. Bring those weights back down. Loop those shoulders again. All right, now with those weights down by our sides, rotate those palms open, thumbs pointing out, right? We're going to sit up tall. Gently lift that chin. Breathe in. Very nice, long, beautiful breaths. Draw that gaze back to neutral and drop your chin towards your chest. Right, and just breathe into that back side of the neck. Roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. Pause there and breathe. Right, maybe you notice if your hands started to rotate in, rotate them back out. Slowly roll your chin to your chest. Let's come to the other side here. Left ear towards that left shoulder. Beautiful breath. Keep breathing. Slowly roll your chin to your chest. Shake out that head a little bit. Right, lift that gaze to center. Here we go for set 2. We're only going to do 6 bicep curls. So here we go. 1, 2. Make sure you're pressing down through those feet. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Crisscross those weights, right? Or maybe get rid of one. Bring those weights to the heart center. Lift it up overhead. Squeeze your elbows in towards your ears. Bend your elbows so your weights come towards the nape of the neck. Right? Sit up tall. Lift that gaze and smile. Now we're going to press those weights to the ceiling. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Bring those weights back to heart center. Right? Down by your sides. Loop those shoulders. And then we're going to come halfway up. We're going to squeeze out and squeeze in. Squeeze out and in. Here's 3, 4. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but my pug is lying on the couch having probably a fantastic dream. She's kind of barking in her sleep. And one more. Good. And bring those weights back down by your sides and lift those shoulders. Wonder who she's barking at, right? Alrighty. And once again, rotate those thumbs out so your palms are facing open. Lift tall through that crown, right? Sitting up tall. Lift that chin. Breathe into your throat. Good. Come back to center. Drop your chin towards your chest. Feel those weights hang heavy in your hands. Come back to center. Turn your head to the right. Back to center. Turn your head to the left. Good. Back to center. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Now you may notice that that left hand starts to rotate in. Rotate it back open. Lift that head, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Right? You might notice that that right hand starts to rotate in. Keep the thumb pointing out. Good. Come back to center. All right, think of your head sitting on that spring, little bobblehead. Here we go for set 3. Right? So feet firmly planted on the floor. Bicep curls, only 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Crisscross those weights. Right? So crisscross the weights, hands grab the weights, nice and secure. Bring the weights to the heart center. Lift up overhead. Elbows come in towards the temples and bend those elbows. Weights at the nape of the neck. Here we go. We're going to press those weights to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Weights back to heart center. Right? A weight in each hand, hands down by your sides. Loop the shoulders. Right, we're going to come halfway up, and we're going to squeeze out and squeeze in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we go. We hit our count, right? Bring those weights back down by your sides. Sit up tall. Drop your chin towards your chest. Roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. Open up the left side of your throat. Breathe in. Good. One more breath. I hope that you guys can start to see all the beautiful flowers that are beginning to bloom. Even our hostas are starting to pop up. Big buds on the trees and the lilac bushes. Good. Slowly roll that chin down to chest, all the way over to the other side. Left ear to left shoulder, pausing here to breathe. Another beautiful breath here. Good. And slowly roll that chin back down to chest. Shake up the head. Right, we're going to release those weights to the floor. All right. So let's get working on those legs a little bit. Let's stretch out the body just a little bit more. We're going to open up those legs nice and wide, toes pointing out, knees pointing out, heels pointing in. Hands on tops of those knees as we sit up tall. We're going to take a beautiful breath. And exhale, hinge forward. Flat back, reaching through that crown. Hopefully you feel those inner thighs open up and stretch. Good, and sitting up tall, let's toe heel those feet back in. Right, gently lift the heels, drop the heels, lift the toes. Wiggling out those toes. Every chance we get, right? All right, let's wiggle out the hands. Spread those fingers wide. Rotate the wrists one direction and rotate the wrists the other direction. All right, we're going to extend that right hand out, nice stop sign hand, and then point the fingers down to the floor. Let's do that again. Flex, point your fingers up to the ceiling. Good, and then point it down to the floor. Right, back up to the ceiling, rotate the thumb out. Good, left hand's going to come across. We're just going to draw your fingertips back towards your armpit. All right, beautiful breath. Maybe loop that right thumb a little bit. Just give it a good wiggle. and release and give that hand a good shake. Okay, open and close that right hand, and then rotate the wrist. Okay, let's do the same thing on the left side. Stop sign hand, pressing through the heel of the hand, lengthening that left elbow, nice long elbow. Good. Take a beautiful breath. Rotate that left thumb out. Good. Come back up so that the fingertips point to the ceiling, and then point your fingertips down to the floor. Opening up that front side of that wrist, forearm. Good. Flexing. Fingers pointing up to the ceiling, and then pointing back down to the floor. Let's do it a couple more times. Good. And reflex, press that heel of the hand. Rotate your thumbs out. Now your fingertips are pointing down towards the floor, but the palm is open towards that front wall. Right hand's going to come across. We're going to just press those fingertips back towards our armpit. Good. One more breath. Maybe wiggle out that left thumb a little. Right? It can be difficult to lengthen out that left thumb. All right, let's release and give that left hand a good shake. Rotate that wrist one direction and rotate the wrist the other direction. Right, and let's just open and close those hands. So big starfish hands, tight fists. Right, opening and closing. Excellent job. Left hand back at the chair. Right arm's going to frame that ear. Plant your feet down nice and securely into the floor. Little hinge to the left. Breathing into that right side body. Another gorgeous breath here. Good. Now we're going to open up. We're going to rotate that heart to the ceiling. Bend that right elbow into a 90-degree bend and lift that gaze. Right, and then extend that arm. Maybe draw your fingertips down towards the floor to open up that right elbow crease. Good. Reach back over to that left wall. Sweep that right arm across the sky and give that right shoulder a good shrug. All right, right hand is going to grab the chair. Left arm is going to frame the ear. Hinging to the right. Pressing down nice and securely through those feet. Beautiful breath. Good. Keep breathing. Now we're going to rotate that heart open. So you're going to lift that heart, rotate the heart to the ceiling, lifting the gaze, and then bending that left elbow. So you're going to bring your left elbow behind your body, right? And hopefully you can start to feel it open up through that left shoulder crease. And then extend that left arm, right? Point it to the wall behind you, and then perhaps bend those fingers, so bend at the wrist, so the fingers are pointing down towards the floor, and you're opening up that left elbow crease and the inside of your left wrist. Bring it back to a bent elbow, right? And reach. Sweep that left arm across, and shrug out that left. All right, hands at the knees. Let's drop the chin to the chest, and lift that gaze. One more time. Great job. Coming back to center to the right, center to the left, center to the right, and center to the left. Great job. All right, friends. So let's just take a moment here. We're going to stretch out those legs just a little bit more. We're going to point our knees to the right. So you're going to swivel in your chair. Hands are going to interlace. Rest on that right knee. Left leg is going to slide back. So you're in that nice deep lunge, right? We're going to sit up tall, take a beautiful breath here. Hopefully you feel that stretch opening up this left hip flexor. You can tick-tock that left heel back a little bit. Get some more length going on in that left leg. Good, one more breath. And if you like, one arm frames the ear, maybe two arms frame the ear. Lift that gaze. Sitting up really tall. Now you're going to breathe into those ribs. You're going to feel those ribs lift and open as you breathe in. Now let's breathe in nice and slow, maybe to the count of 4. And then pause at the top of the breath and maybe sip in a little bit more air. Good. Now slowly exhale out. Feel those shoulder blades kind of release to the spine. Excellent. Release our hands to that right leg. Slide that left leg forward and come back to center. Toe heel those feet out. Right. Toes pointing out, knees pointing out, heels pointing in, hands on top of those knees. As we hinge forward, let's reach through that crown. Press your knees open. So you're pushing your knees away from the body. Pressing your heels, digging them deep into the earth. That'll help engage those inner thighs to stretch just a tad bit more. Now let's take that right shoulder, give it a good shrug. Maybe point your right shoulder over to that left knee. Good, come back to center. Shrug your left shoulder. Point your left shoulder over to your right knee. And bow a little bit, deepening that stretch. Breathing into that left side body. Good, coming back to center, lifting tall through that crown, toe heeling those feet back together. Now we're going to stretch over that right hip flexor. So we're going to pivot to the left, right? Hands interlaced on that left knee. Right leg slides back this time. Feel free to tick-tock that right heel, opening and lengthening that right leg, pressing down through this left heel. That engagement through that left leg by pressing down, you're going to feel that left thigh turn on, right? So maybe even just poke your right thigh with your index finger and feel that it's turned on, right? As you dig that heel down into the floor, it's going to give you lots of stability here. And you can rotate this right hip forward and down, getting a deeper stretch through that right hip flexor. All right, so sitting up tall, let's take a beautiful breath. And exhale it out. Do that a couple more times. Right? You're still digging that left heel into the floor. Just because we're sitting on a chair doesn't mean we don't engage those muscles in the legs. Right? Arms reaching overhead. Beautiful breath. Now, inhale nice and slowly to the count of 4. Pause at the top of the breath and then sip in some more air. Feel those ribs really lift and open. Now, as you exhale, let your shoulder blades come back and down. Right? Let those arms and those shoulders open up just a little bit more. Good. Release those hands to that left leg. Slide that right leg forward. Come back to center. All right, so here we go. We're going to add some more leg stretches into this practice. All right, we're going to interlace our fingers, right? So our hands make a little cup. We're going to cup that right knee. As we cup this right knee, anchor down through your left foot. So your left foot is nice and secure into the floor. Bring that right knee up and just circle that right knee. Good. Take a beautiful breath. Exhale it out. Now, if you have a strap, right, maybe place that right foot down on the floor. Grab your strap, your dish towel, whatever it might be, an old belt, right? Place it around the ball of that right foot. Draw that right knee up, right? So again, now we're going to extend that right heel. All right, and you're going to flex and point that right foot. And hopefully you can start to feel that right leg stretch a little. Good. Now as you press down into that left foot, right, that's your foot on the floor, press down into that left foot so you can sit up a little taller. Now we're going to bring the straps together, right? You're going to hold that dish towel maybe around the arch of your foot. That left hand is going to grab that dish towel, that strap, as close to your right foot as feels comfortable, right? I'm just going to grab my foot itself. I've got really long arms, so I can do that. Right, we're going to flex that right heel, and hopefully you feel that stretch down the back of that right leg. Right? Continuing to flex that right foot, we're just going to open up. You're going to twist to the right with your shoulders. Right? So now your shoulders are opening to that right wall. You're going to turn your right palm up towards the ceiling. So the palm, your right hand, is facing up towards the ceiling. And if you like, you can rotate your fingers down towards the floor. So you're opening up that right wrist as well. So it looks kind of like that, right? Or behind you. Now keep pressing down through that left foot, sitting up tall. Another gorgeous breath here. Good, release. Come back over, right? Grab that strap in both hands. Draw your right knee in and extend it back out. Good. Let's do that a couple more times. Pressing in and out. Good. And then you're going to extend that heel out, point your toe, and just circle the toe one direction. And circle the toe the other direction. Excellent job. Bring that right knee back in, right? Now you're going to bring both ends of your strap or the dish towel, right, into that left hand, and you're going to use that strap to bring your heel in toward your heart center. Left hand's going to grab that left hand's going to grab your right foot or your right ankle. Right hand's going to grab the knee, right? And you're just going to kind of rock your right knee like it's a baby. Just rocking it side to side. Right? And you can place that right ankle now on your left knee and sit up tall. Right? Just take a beautiful breath. Exhale it out. And keeping your elbows in towards your waist, draw your shoulder blades back and down, lifting tall through that crown. So you've got a strap tethered to your head, the crown of your head, and it's lengthening your spine. So you're sitting up super tall, and then you're hinging forward, so it's a flat back. Right? And again, you may want to saw, gently rocking right to left, left to right. Just take a beautiful breath here. Good. And sitting up tall, maybe that left hand comes underneath that right ankle, right hand underneath the right knee, and you lift that right knee towards your heart, right? And again, it's a gentle rock. Great job. All right. And we're going to release those legs. Release that strap. Lengthen up that right leg and just give it a nice windshield wiper in and out rotation. So you can kind of feel it in the top part of your hip, the top part of your leg where it attaches to the hip. It's just rotating in and out. All right, we're going to slide that right leg in, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. But before we do that, since you're at the front edge of your seat, you're going to slouch back, right? You're going to toe heel your feet out, and you're going to bring your knees in. All right, and hopefully you can start to feel that little bit of a stretch on the outside of the hips. It's going to feel a little awkward on those knees. All right, one more breath. Let's hold it one more. Good, and release those knees and toe heel the feet back together. All right, hands pressed down into the chair. You sit up tall, and we're going to grab our strap, actually, you're just going to place your strap or your dish towel on that right leg. Fingers interlace. We're going to place our hands around that left knee, lifting that left knee towards the heart center, and just circling the knee, right, or bringing it in and out. Just loosening up that left hip flexor, right, in that hip joint. Let's circle the knee one direction and the other. All right, now we're going to grab our strap, our belt, our dish towel, place it around the arch of that left foot, extend the heel, right, and just flex and point. Now, once again, you want to engage that right leg. Your right heel is pressing down into the floor so you can sit up tall, right? And we're flexing and pointing that left foot. Now, we're going to bring both ends of the dish towel or the strap into that right hand. So the right hand is going to reach closest to that left foot as you can manage, right? Now, we're going to gently twist left. So you're going to release any strap with that left hand. The right hand's going to hold the strap. You're going to press down through that right foot, and we're going to twist left, right, and flex your left heel. Pointing your toes up to the ceiling, actually back towards your right ear. Left arm is going to reach towards the wall behind you. Maybe rotate that palm to the ceiling. And maybe even rotate and draw your fingertips towards the floor to open up that left wrist. Good. One more breath here. Keep breathing. All right, let's release that twist. Your hands are going to grab both ends of that strap, right? And we're going to flex and point. You're still sitting up tall. You're still pressing through that right foot. All right, let's point that left toe, circle one direction, and circle the other direction. Well done. Bring that left knee in, press it forward. Good. 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. Now you're going to bend that left knee. You're going to bring that strap to the inside, right? Your right hand is going to grab that left ankle. You can place that left ankle on your right knee here if you like. Sitting up tall, left hand rests on that left knee. Exhale it out. Good. One more breath. And you're going to hinge forward. So elbows come in. It's a nice long spine. You're reaching through that crown. Pressing down through that right heel. Again, that right foot is going to hold and stabilize the posture. Good. We're going to sit up tall, right? Now your right hand's going to grab that left ankle. Left hand is going to grab the left knee. You're going to lift that left knee a little closer towards your heart. And again, there's that sawing motion if you want it, or rocking the baby. Keep breathing. Right, we sit up a little taller, maybe draw that left knee in just a tad bit more. Good, and release that left knee, or excuse me, left ankle to your right knee again. Release the strap, right? Let that strap of dish towel rest on that right leg. Release the left leg, right? Hands grab the chair. You're gonna slouch back, toe heel your feet back out. Bring your knees in. Good. Hopefully this doesn't feel as uncomfortable or awkward as it did initially. Right, you can squeeze your knees together just a tad bit more. Good, release those legs, toe heel those feet back together. Hands on that chair as you sit up tall. Excellent. We're going to take our knees, we're going to pivot them to the right again, so it's a nice swivel in the chair. Hands interlaced, rest on that right knee. Left leg slides back. Sitting up tall, we're going to take a gorgeous breath in. And exhale out. Right? And hopefully you can start to lean back into that posture. Walk the gaze up to the ceiling. And breathe. Now if you like, pressing down through that right foot, again, stabilizing the posture, engaging the core, right? We're going to lift those arms to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Nice and strong here. We're not just hanging out. We're engaging those legs. We're pressing down into that right heel, pressing back into our left heel as well to lengthen that left leg. Good. Shake out your right hand, place it on the back of the chair. Shake out your left hand, place it on that right knee. Twist right. One more gorgeous breath. Good. Release, slide that left leg forward, back to center, all the way to the other side. Right leg is going to slide back into your lunge. Left heel presses down into the floor, right? As we sit up tall, our shoulders and our hips, right, are squared to that left wall. Beautiful breath. Leaning back into the posture, walking the gaze up to the ceiling. Keep pressing down through your feet. Arms reach overhead. Activate this posture. Your legs should start to shake because you're engaging and pressing down through those heels so much. Shake out that right hand, place it on your left knee. Shake out your left hand, place it on the back of the chair, and twist left. Good, let's release that right leg, slide it forward, and come back to center. All right, so hopefully you can feel those legs all nice and tired, right? Maybe your shoulders are a little bit more relaxed, right? Whew. Right? We're going to grab that chair again. As we sit up tall, let's slouch back. Last time, toe heel those feet back out and bring the knees in. Good, one more breath, right? Maybe shake out those knees just a little. And release. Toe heel those feet back in and sit up tall. All right, now you're going to slide back deep into your chair again. Feel free to place the pillow behind your back so you can sit up tall while sitting back nice and deep. Maybe place that block or a pillow underneath your feet. Once again, just wiggle out your toes and then notice the sensation of the floor underneath your feet. And close your eyes and sink into the breath. A big sigh out. Right, and maybe just imagine that the air you're drawing into your body having that color or light. And as you breathe in, you're drawing that light deep inside you. And you can watch that color maybe transform into a different hue. And you can feel your jaw relax and your tongue resting at the roof of your mouth. And maybe you notice that your neck is still pretty tight, right? So maybe you just roll your neck around a little bit, dropping an ear to the shoulder, letting that open. Right, with each breath, you find a little bit more space. Maybe you use a hand to massage the opposite shoulder or neck. And you're just breathing into it, letting that tension release, melt away, or dissolve. Right, with each breath you take, and with each draw of that light into your body, you're letting go of the tension, your concerns, your worries. Right, maybe you draw that left ear over towards that left shoulder now, and you breathe into that left side. Maybe you just notice that that's a lot more open. Maybe you need to massage that side. Right, so maybe you use that hand And you just massage into that tight, stiff, raw muscles, right? They're kind of like hard like granite right now. And when you're ready, just kind of roll that chin back down to the chest and sit up tall. Exhale it out. One more gorgeous breath. Just feel those sit bones anchor into your seat. With each exhale, you feel your body sinking deeper. And maybe you return to that ocean breath or that ujjayi breath. You can hear it in your inner ear. So today's devotion is taken from Jesus always. So perhaps close your eyes and let the words wash over you. Notice what word or phrase or an image that's invoked by the reading just kind of catches your attention, right? And you don't have to analyze it or figure it out. Just kind of notice it and allow yourself to rest in it. My beloved, I delight in brightening your perspective. That's why I venture into your world, knowing full well the terrible price that I would pay. I came to open your eyes that are blind, to free captives from prison, to release from the dungeon those who sit in darkness. When you find yourself imprisoned by ingratitude, ask me to open your eyes and release you from the dark place. You live in an age of entitlement, so you need to counteract that message proclaiming that you deserve more. One way is to jot down some things that you're thankful for each day. This changes your focus from things you wish you had to blessings that you already have. Saturating your mind with scripture can help you to see from my infinite wise perspective. My word is sharper than any double-edged sword. I use it to perform spiritual surgery on the thoughts and attitudes of your heart. As scripture lights up your point of view, I set you free from the dungeon of ingratitude, releasing you to enjoy the pleasures of a thankful heart. We can so easily slip into those places of darkness, of ingratitude, of saying, why can't we be back to normal? Why is it that we're losing so many people? Right? And unfortunately, it's not our job to figure out why, but it is our job to lean in to gratitude, to lean in to joy, to lean into peace. And I know that's difficult to do. So just pause and breathe. Breathe into the light. Breathe into thankfulness. Breathe into our blessings. Friends, let's take a moment just to sweep those arms up overhead. Lift the gaze. Perhaps offer up your gratitudes for this day. Draw the palms together, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Please know that you're in my thoughts and my prayers. I'm wishing you and your family stay healthy, stay whole, and be in the presence of that light and love. In His name, Namaste. Maybe you heard Poochie wishing you a namaste as well. Did a little whine when she heard the ringing of the gong. Right, Pooh Bear? Mm-hmm. All right, friends, have a great